The other day I mentioned that my TikTok revenue is down 92.86% from a year ago, that my videos are being absolutely throttled, that I used to get 5, 6, 7, 800,000 views on the regular for my videos, and now I'm lucky to break 1,000. And that when I do have a video that breaks out, for some reason, TikTok is telling me that none of the hundreds of thousands of views are coming from my FYP. I recently had a video that got almost 300,000 views and I made 59 cents off of it. And I'm not the only one who's been saying this. My friend Paul for Equality quit this platform this past week. My friend Priya has also had the same issues. A number of other creators who are politically on the left are having their content really throttled. It's very clear what TikTok is doing. So I posted that in a short video on TikTok and it got like no views, but I posted it on other platforms where it got hundreds of thousands of views. And people said, why are you using TikTok at all? I think for me, it's a little bit of that I refuse to cede this ground. Whatever limited views I get, I still feel like I have some impact, even though I'm not earning any money here anymore. And I can repost those videos to Instagram, to my YouTube, where I actually do earn a living. I think for me, it's just, they want to drive us off this platform by making it unsustainable. And I dream of a day when we can have a creator collective, where we can have an equitable creator fund, and a platform that we own, where it's not billionaire corporations that are exploiting us. It's not TikTok, it's not Google, it's not Meta that are exploiting us and making billions and billions of dollars off of us while they pay us pennies. And while they promote those folks that they have special relationships with and whose content they want to push, those folks can make a lot of money on this platform. The rest of us who used to make a good living here no longer can. I saw another creator the other day who said that TikTok is like an MLM. It's this promise of you just post a few videos a day. Just post more content, girl, right? Anybody who creates on TikTok sees those videos that are like, just keep posting. Just post consistently. Here's the secret to breaking out on TikTok. I mean, I have, I think I have 87,000 followers on my backup and 185,000 plus on my main account. My accounts used to grow and grow and grow until about a year ago when they really stagnated because this platform decided that I said things they didn't like. And I do post a lot. I post a lot. And I get a lot of community guidelines violations. I get a tremendous amount of suppressed content. It's not so simple as just post and you will be successful. Yeah, you do have to post consistently to build an audience, but it also is what is brought to you by the algorithm in your FYP. And if the platform decides they're not going to show your content to anybody. I mean, I had a video earlier today that got 400 views with more than 100 likes. The view to like ratio is nuts. And I had a video just a couple of days ago that had 500 views and had more than 70 shares. People who can actually see my content like it and reshare it. It's just that the platform won't show it to anybody. And I understand that that's what's happening now and there's not really anything that I can do about it. But for me, it's not really worth ceding this ground. It's not really worth leaving. But I do want to continue to talk up like we need a creator-owned platform. We need a collective platform. And that's not just my like permaculture, values, wanting to have resources owned in common, having a worker-owned cooperative, right? It's not just because I understand the ways that the platform is pushing the kind of political messaging, especially, that they want, that this is a propaganda machine. And certain folks who are willing to have the right kind of messaging that benefits dark money, billionaires, those in power, not just the regime, y'all. Not just the regime. There's all kinds of other money that continues to slosh around. But this platform, like any of these platforms, is not really about free speech. It's a business. And that business is run, organized, is being used to influence people to think certain ways, to believe certain perspectives, to take up certain political ideologies. This is a platform of influencers who are paid to influence people, to change people's minds, to persuade people. And there's no way, because we don't have a creator code of ethics. I got slammed for saying we should have a social media creator code of ethics, just like there are journalistic codes of ethics, although it's questionable how much those are actually followed in this day and age. Please go check out Miranda and the way that she is claiming ProPublica lifted her journalism that she's been doing for months, her investigative journalism she's been doing for months and months. I think there should be a social media creator code of ethics, especially around disclosure, especially around who you take money from, who is driving your messaging. Is it organic content? Is it entirely your own opinion? is somebody paying you. I don't think there's anything wrong with making sponsored content. I don't think there's anything wrong with having somebody pay you to promote an idea, as long as you disclose it so we understand. Because the nature of parasocial relationships, people think that we are speaking entirely from the heart all of the time. And if we don't disclose, like, actually, I was paid thousands of dollars to make a video about this issue. Actually, this politician paid me to talk them up. Actually, this organization wants me to talk up this bill in Congress. If we don't have that, the presumption here, because of the parasociality of this platform, is that everything we're saying is our own organic opinion, and people trust us to be sharing our organic opinion. That's why I'm very clear. I've made exactly one sponsored video in more than 10 years of making content on social media, one sponsored video. And I will continue to disclose if and when I make more, because I want people to know this is my own organic opinion. This is me being authentic with y'all. If you want to watch somebody's commercial, basically somebody's sponsored content, and you enjoy that, that's totally fine. Hell, I watch Internet Comment Etiquette with Eric, and I watch all his Knobbleberry videos. I watch all of his ads that are like 3 minutes long in the middle of it. I understand that that's an ad. I still enjoy it as content. Little NordVPN sketches or whatever. We're all clear about what's happening. We understand the rules of engagement. We understand the incentive that Eric has to make that content. But here it's not very clear. A lot of people are being paid by a lot of entities, a lot of businesses, a lot of politicians, a lot of billionaires, a lot of we don't know who. We do know that Russia paid conservative MAGA TikTokers ahead of the last election. So I guess this is my very long-winded way of saying I will continue to be on TikTok. I will definitely continue to be on YouTube, and I will use Meta now and then. But I really wish we had a creator-owned collective. I really wish we had a code of ethics. This is still a fairly new space, and we are letting mega corporations that are run by dark money, by billionaires, by foreign money, decide for us what this looks like, this space where we make our living. Where's our union? Where is our code of ethics? Where are the expectations of how we should be treated and compensated? What kind of disclosure we need to engage in? We don't have any of that. And I really think that we should. So I'll keep posting here even if I keep getting throttled for now. I still think there's utility in not ceding any ground. And honestly, the platform is very easy to film on, edit on. But we all used to say, oh, there's no algorithm, there's no FYP like TikTok's. Yeah, that's all gone to hell. I don't see any of my mutuals anymore. The TikTok app is completely different. I see a lot of slop in my FYP. It's just an entirely different experience than it was a year ago, definitely than it was 18 months ago. And I understand why a number of my mutuals have decided to leave. No hate to them. Totally understand it. I am trying to decide if I want to do things like expand on Substack, or there's not really a comparable platform to Substack that has the same following. I understand there are problems with Substack. There's no ethical consumption under capitalism. There's no perfect platform, ethical platform for any of us to use, because this is a society that, and a capitalistic system that we didn't create, but we have to function within it and try to work to reform it while using imperfect tools. So there's not great options, especially if you want to get your message out. But we're all doing the best that we can. But gosh, I think we could do a lot better. I think we could do better.